Ayan. So, good morning sa lahat. Magandang gabi. Today is Friday, July 30. It's exactly 10 p.m. Manila time. Magandang gabi sa iyo. If you are listening from the US, magandang umaga. If you're from the Middle East, magandang hapon. At magandang madaling araw dyan sa Australia or New Zealand, in Saipan, etc. etc. Magandang gabi sa iyo and I hope you are doing well today. Kamusta ka naman? Sana ikaw ay okay at I hope that everything is okay with you and your family. Sabi nga nila, 2 days na lang, August na, and after August, it's already September. And already, especially if it's actually September, ano na yan, parang December season or Christmas season already. So, magandang gabi sa iyo and I hope you're doing well today. Our topic for today in Real Talk Friday is trading is not a gambling. No, trading is not a gambling. So, do not gamble your trade. No, so marami sa atin, it's important that I try to discuss this on a Friday because marami sa atin ginagawang gambling, no? Ginagawang gambling in trading and it's important that you get to know ano ba yung mga fallacies ng gambling na minsan na-apply din ng iba-ibang klaseng trader in terms of trading, no? Sometimes kapag gambler na naging trader na misinterpret, no, they're actually doing the reverse instead of being a trader and coming from gambling, nagiging gambler within the trading spectrum, no. So sit back and relax and I hope that you learn something, you pick up something from this Real Talk Friday with Coach Miranda Miner. Magandang gabi sa iyo and if you're new to my channel, please click on subscribe and like to all of our videos so you are updated for everything about crypto in one channel. Alam nyo ba guys that there is what you call a martingale strategy, no? Bigyan mo na kita ng konting idea about what is a martingale strategy. No, ito ay isang mindset ng isang sports betting na of course gambling din, no? Gambling. Kung saan ang ginagawa ng gambling system na to is for example on trade number 1 nanalo ka ng $6,000, no? And then on game number 2 ikaw ay natalo ng $6,000 at natalo ka ng game number 3 ng $12,000. Ang martingale strategy is sometimes you double or you triple, no, you triple your trades, no, you triple your trades or your contracted trades with the same amount for you to recover your losses, no, for you to recover your losses. So the USDT Tether scam is a martingale strategy kung saan kapag dumadami ang natatalo, humihingi sila ng mas maraming tumataya. Humihingi sila ng mas maraming tumataya para kung, for example, in this case, 12 yung tumaya, tapos you have the same amount, no? So it became 24,000 yung potential gain or yung gain mo. So na-recover na yung losses mo before. The same thing happens on your 7th, 8th, and 9th trade na talo ka. This is 3 trades, 6 trades, and 12 trades. Si martingale strategy, dodoblehin niya yung next na taya niya para if manalo siya, it will cover the entire losses. You gotta remember, on the 7th trade, 3 lang yung trade niya. On the 8th trade, 6 yung trades potentially to cover the losses of the 3 trades. Natalo pa din siya. On the 9th trade, 12 trades na yon, 12 contracts na siya. Para if ever manalo man siya dyan, ma-recover niya yung trade losses ng trade number 7 and number 8. Eventually, yung number 10, because nagkaroon na ng 24 trades, na-recover yung 24 trades na yon yung total losses for the 7th, 8th, and 9th. So the martingale strategy, it's actually a strategy na ginagamit sa sports betting, sa sabong, at kung saan-saan pa, para ang mindset nito, kailangan kumuha ako ng mas maraming taya, okay, para ma-recover yung mga talo nung previous trades. Ang question is this a sustainable strategy in betting, no? So maraming gumagamit nito. I'm sure you're probably familiar of this. Maraming gumagamit pero it's not sustainable. Because what if, for example, you're trying to cover for your losses pero hindi na enough yung tumataya sa'yo. You're trying to cover for the $24,000 losses but you need 24 contract trades to be able to cover the entire 42,000 loss. What if, for example, hindi ka na makakuha, no, ng enough bettors, no, magbe-bet, no, para sa trade na yan? What will happen is that yung bangka tataob yung bangka and your account balance will go negative. And I think that is one of the reasons why Tether seems to be very profitable nung una, but when they're not able to attract more investors, they're not able to attract more sports bettors, no? Eventually tumaob yung bangka. Eventually it went down. So this is one of those strategy na maraming gumagamit pero kailangan aware ka at ingatan mo yung sarili mo from a casino, sports betting, horse racing, karera, sabong at kung ano-ano pa. The martingale strategy. Okay? At tapos another gambler attitude na kailangan mong malaman bukod sa martingale strategy is tinatawag nating gambler's fallacy. No? Ano ba ang tinatawag nating gambler's fallacy, no? Ang gambler's fallacy is karamihan sa mga Caracruz to, no? Lumalabas to sa Caracruz na sugal din kung saan ito ay nagkakaroon ng toss coin, no? Kumbaga nagkakaroon ka ng toss coin, tapos ang gambler's fallacy in the shortest way possible na explanation. Ibig sabihin ng gambler's fallacy is kunwari nag-toss ka ng coin, no, apat na beses kang nanalo, no? And on the fifth toss coin, ang computation mo na dun sa pinaka-fifth na toss coin is you have 80% chances of winning because you won the 4 out of the 5 toss coins. And that is the gambler's fallacy. That is what is wrong. Because even if you won the first 4 toss coins, the gambler's fallacy believes that the 5th toss coin is already going to be 80%. When in fact, it's still 50-50 because it's a coin, no? You have 2 chances. The probability of getting a head or a tail is 50% chance because there are 2 faces of the coin. Ganyan po ang gambler's fallacy. Ang gambler's fallacy, sinasabi niya na, okay, nanalo na ako ng 4 na trades. Nanalo na ako sa Axie, nanalo na ako sa ADA, sa XRP, sa Ethereum. Sa 5th trade ko, I will not plan anymore. I will not plan anymore because I have been winning 4 times in a row. I will not plan anymore because I have been winning and I have been very profitable. That's why I will not plan anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you call a gambler's fallacy. That's the birth of what you call Superman syndrome. Akala mo tama ka na. Akala mo you're going to win. Akala mo you're going to be profitable on the 5th trade. Pero that is because your mentality, you have a gambler's fallacy that the 5th trade, the result of the 5th trade is going to be influenced by what you call the result of the past 4 trades. In this cartoon, sabi ng cartoon dito, this experiment has failed 376 times before, so it's certain to work this time. So in reverse, pag 5 beses ka nang natalo, iisipin mo naman, sana naman sa pang-6 na chance manalo na ako. Sana naman out of the 10 chances, 9 yung talo ko, sana naman sa pang-10 panalo na ako. Ganun ang gambler's fallacy. And you don't plan as well. Kasi iniisip mo, if I continue going forward with my 10th trade, I would not plan anymore because natalo na ako eh. Sana naman maawa sa akin yung market, no? And unfortunately, that is not how it works. Hindi po ganyan ang market. Hindi po ganyan ang mindset ng isang pro trader. Hindi ganyan ng pro trader. Ang isang maayos na trader hindi umaasa sa chances. Karamihan po sa atin, we keep on relying on chances and akala natin sugal at ganun po nagiging sugal ang trading because hindi po tayo nagpaplano, no? Sabi po ng isang ng cartoon ng caricature na to, the universe's master plan, no? The universe master plan is for this dice to roll a 6. That is what we're thinking. The universe's master plan is for us to win this Axie trade. Because wala lang, iniisip ko, that is the universe master plan. That I'm affirming to win and you're not planning. I am affirming to win, no? You're even praying, nagdadasal ka pa. Oh, naku. Tapos magsa-sign of the cross ka pa. Tapos kikindatan mo pa yung crush, sabi mo beginner's luck. 'Di ba? So hindi po ganoon. That's not how we trade. That is not how we trade, guys. It should not be a game of chances. Wala tayong tinatawag na gambler's fallacy. Wala pong kinalaman yung 4 na toss coin on the 5th result. Walang kinalaman si Axie winning trade mo sa second Axie trade mo. Walang kinalaman si BTC winning trade mo sa trade mo kay Ethereum today. Walang kinalaman yung 10 winning trades mo kahapon in your trade today. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you call a gambler's fallacy. There is no winning mindset on that. That is not what we want you to do. Now, there is one more, medyo pupunta tayo ng konting mathematics, no? Kumbaga, pag may konting mathematics, parang totoo eh, no? Parang totoo, no? So, there is what you call appeal to probability. This appeal to probability phenomena, ito yung isang gambler na it's also a fallacy, no? It's a fallacy in logic. Ito yung sinasabi ng isang gambler na tingin ko mananalo ako dito ng 50%. More than 50% yung tingin kong panalo natin dito kaya hindi na ako magwo-worry. No? 50% hindi na ako magwo-worry kasi panalo na ako eh. No? Naku, 80% panalo na ako or 90%. Alam mo, andito ka today, kasama kita eh. Naku, alam mo, mataas ang chances of winning ko. Alam mo, naka-red akong damit ngayon, kaya swerte ito ngayon, kaya kailangan mataas ang winning rate ko today, naka-red ako. Alam mo ba, kasi andyan ngayon yung parents ko, at saka andyan yung pinopormahan ko, kaya tingin ko mataas ang chances of winning ko. Eh, no? Ganun tayo mag-isip. Eh, no? And that is what you call appeal to probability fallacy. Ito yung fallacy na minsan iniisip natin because we have a confirmation bias sa utak natin. We have a confirmation bias na, okay, tingin ko I'm going to win because I've seen this movie before. Eh. Tingin ko itong candle na to, aangat to sa taas eh. Tingin ko ito aangat to sa taas, kaya tingin ko itong candle na to, walang ginagamit na indicators ha, tingin ko I need to enter here kasi tingin ko I need to enter here. Ay tingin ko maganda yung login ko kay Binance, hindi ako nagkaroon ng lag, tingin ko this is a good sign. No? Alam niyo ba guys? Alam niyo ba, it's not our problem to think like this. It's not our problem to think like this. I think, and I know, kasi yung kultura po natin mga Pilipino, remember guys sinako po tayo ng mga Spaniards 300 years, no? And hindi po ito about Spaniards or whatever, no? But karamihan po sa turo ng ating mga ancestors is that ang pananampalataya can give miracles, no? Can give miracles. And whenever we confirm and we affirm, it will happen. Tinuturo din po kasi sa Bible na if you affirm, you need to do actions. You need to do actions, no? 'Di ba? And I don't want to sound biblical pero sinasabi rin sa Bible, no? Faith is a substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not yet seen. Hebrew 11:1. Pero sinasabi din po doon na you need to do something, you need to have an action for it to happen. So if you want something to happen, if you want to be very successful, forget about gambling, forget about trading. If you want to be very successful, yes, you affirm, but you do something about it. You wake up, gumising ka, you need to do something about it for your affirmations to happen. Diba? Lumaki po kasi tayo sa culture na, okay, ipa sa Diyos mo na yan. No? Lumaki tayo sa culture ng mga magulang natin na, okay, sige, bahala na, hayaan mo na siya. No? And sometimes, nag-grow, nag-evolve sa atin yan. And there is what you call appeal to probability. Pag sinabi po natin, pag sinabi po natin na, okay, I think I will win, no? I will even be confident. I think, because maganda yung laro, maganda yung pasok ng isang manlalarong to, siguro, tingin ko, maganda yung kondisyon ng itsura ng kabayo, mananalo to sa ano. This can win sa karera. That is wrong. Appeal to probability is wrong. We need to make sure that we are planning our trades. We need to plan our trades. Huwag mong ipagsa Diyos yan. Walang gagawin ng ang universe dyan. No? The universe, kaya nga, di ba? Kahit anong panalangin mo, nananalo ka ba sa loto? No. Absolutely not. Because why? Because there's no such thing as appeal to probability. There's no such thing as appeal to probability. Right? So ano po ang difference? Ano po ba ang difference ng isang pro trader at ng isang gambler? Ano ba ang difference ng dalawang yan? What is the major difference? For me, I will show to you a slide. For me, this is what you call the difference of a gambler and a pro trader. A gambler is someone na walang risk management and trading plan. A trader has a risk management plan and a trading plan. A trader has a position sizing and has a stop loss, and a trader follows a bread and butter trading plan. A trader has a bread and butter trading plan. A gambler has no plan. A gambler has no plan. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a trading plan, you are a trader. No? Real talk tayo. Kung wala kang trading plan, you are a gambler. I'm sorry. I'll be very honest with you. If you have no trading plan and you keep on trading, you are a gambler. You're not supposed to be trading. No? Ladies and gentlemen, if you have no planning, if you have no risk management, you're gambling all of your money, wag, ihinto mo na ngayon yan. Ihinto mo na yan ngayon na. No? A pro trader has a strategy. A gambler has no strategy. A gambler is emotional in trading. A pro trader has mastery. A pro trader has mastery. Sorry about the third bullet here. It's a syntax error. No? But the first two, if you are a pro trader, you have a bread and butter trades and you have mastery. And lastly, from a business treatment standpoint, a gambler treats trading as a hobby. A gambler, treats trading as a hobby. A trader treats trading as a business. A gambler treats trading as a business. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to tell you, you are a gambler if you don't plan your trades. Let me be the very first one to tell you that if you don't fix your trading plan, I will consider you as a gambler. You are taking the game of chances because you never plan. Right? And it goes back to my point earlier, Real Talk Friday tayo. The hardest way to make easy money is exactly when you put money on a trade base sa teorya na hindi mo naman alam at hindi mo pa nasubukan. This is when trading becomes gambling. This is when you trade your money, and you gamble your money. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to trade your money and don't gamble it. Binance is not a casino. It's not a poker game. It's not a tong-its, it's not a unggoy-unggoyan. Where there is a lady luck, there is no game of chances in trading. You are trading your hard-earned money. Bakit mo ipapatalo? Ladies and gentlemen, you need to always plan your trades, Kamiranda. You need to plan your trades and you need to do your bread and butter setup and then repeat. And then repeat. I will give you a potential suggestion. I will give you a suggestion na pwede mong gawin for you to be able to be successful in getting out of your rat race. I would give you a suggestion kung saan pwede kitang tulungan on how can you get out of your rat race. Carrot and stick approach is a potential approach to make sure we manage our risks. A carrot and stick approach is a potential recommendation for us to be able to manage our risk. A carrot and stick approach can give you everything that you need at this point. Let me give you an example. Ano ba ang gusto mo makuha from trading? Ano ang gusto mo makuha from stock market? Ano ang gusto mo makuha from crypto trading markets? Ano ang gusto mo makuha from being a professional trader? Gusto mo magkaroon ng malaking ganitong screen? Do you want to have a brand new car? Do you want to have a time for freedom? Do you want to have a good opportunity, a good looking room para makapag-trade ka? Gusto mo ba niyan? Gusto mo ba ng ganitong trader na merong Gucci, na merong Mercedes, na merong Rolls-Royce na kotse? By the way, Rolls-Royce yan. Do you want that type of benefit? A carrot and stick approach for me is this. Tuturuan kita ha, para at least mawala sa'yo yung gambler's fallacy mo. Every time you take a profit and every time you win, what I'd like you guys to do is this. I want you to withdraw that money na napanalunan mo sa iyong trade and I want you to take a screenshot of that particular win. Okay? I need you to withdraw it because if you've never withdrawn your money, you are never called a trader. Kapag hindi mo pa na-withdraw yung pera mo, I will never call you a trader. I need you to withdraw your money. Okay? So for example, kumita ka ng 5,000 pesos. Okay? Kumita ka ng 5,000 pesos, i-withdraw mo siya. I want you to withdraw it. Withdraw it. Kunin mo yung screenshot ng withdrawal slip. Okay? Yung withdrawal screenshot sa Binance to your account number. Right? And you buy something from it. Buy a shoes, buy a 1 week worth of grocery, bumili ka ng cellphone, ng relos. Si Drew from Australia, no, bumili ng Dr. Martens na sapatos, ang ganda. No? I want you to buy something out of your wins. I want you to buy something out of your profits. Okay? That is a carrot and stick approach. And I believe na kapag nakita mo yung panalo mo, pag nakita mo na meron kang inuwi sa pamilya mo, pag nakita mo na meron kang binigay sa anak mo na pambaon niya out of your profits, pag nakita mong you have something that you bought from your winnings, you buy a pair of shoes, you buy a brand new shirt, you buy a glass of wine, you buy a bag, bumili ka. I'm telling you, the carrot and stick approach can work for you. No? Once you incentivize yourself out of what you're doing, it will become routinary winning rate for you. It will become a routinary winning rate for you because you are able to incentivize yourself. From a corporate world standpoint, hindi lagi nagwo-work ang carrot and stick because ang carrot and stick approach is actually an approach that is going to incentivize a routinary type of work. Kapag ang isang trabaho is involved in a complex environment, hindi siya manufacturing, hindi siya sales, no, hindi siya hindi sa routinary work, mahirap gawin ang carrot and stick approach. No, it's not always like that. But because trading could be also a routine of winning, as long as you plan, as long as nagpaplano ka, you can be a winner, then you can use the carrot and stick approach to incentivize yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, sino ba naman ang hindi gustong magkaroon ng 9 to 5 freedom? Sino ba naman ang ayaw magkaroon ng napakagandang kotse? Sino ba naman ang ayaw magkaroon ng napakagandang Mercedes-Benz at napakaraming perang hawak-hawak ngayon? Sino ba naman ang ayaw magkaroon ng magandang cellphone, ng magandang MacBook Pro? Merong 2 million na pera sa bag. Sino ba naman ang ayaw niyan? It would never happen if you don't take out your profit. Take out your profit. I-withdraw mo. Huwag mong isipin na meron kang ibabayad na panibagong pamalit sa mga talo mo because you have your part-time work, you have your full-time work. That is a very wrong mentality. Huwag mong isipin na meron kang full-time work kaya okay lang sa yung matalo. Huwag mong isipin that there is a gambler's fallacy kaya okay lang sa yung matalo. Huwag mong isipin na meron kang pangbayad sa mga talo mo kaya okay lang matalo. That is complacency, ladies and gentlemen. That is complacency. Para saan pa at nagpaplano ka if you're not rewarding yourself? Para saan pa na nagpaplano ka? 'Di ba ang gusto mo, ang iyong why for trading is you wanted to have financial freedom? 'Di ba ang gusto mo magkaroon ng magandang kotse, BMW, magandang sapatos, no? 'Di ba ang gusto mo magkaroon ng financial freedom where you can trade? Imaginein mo, nagte-trade ka sa harapan ng swimming pool, wala kang boss. Kasi kumikita ka na ng 100,000 per trade. Imaginein mo, kumikita ka na ng 50,000 pesos per month out of trading alone. So wala ka ng boss 9 to 5. Imaginein mo. Imaginein mo you have a lot of money like that because of trading. Imagine you have a lot of money like this because of trading. You have a lot of car keys like this because of trading. Imaginein mo, wala ka na sa abroad because you can trade correctly. Imaginein mo, you are with your family here in the Philippines because you can trade correctly. Imaginein mo, meron ka na pinatayong bahay dahil you can trade correctly. Imaginein mo, you have a lot of money in your bank because you can trade correctly. Imaginein mo, that is your carrot and stick approach. That is your carrot and stick approach. O imagine mo din, kasama mo yung papakasalan mong napakagandang babae. And you deserve that. You deserve to be happy. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you can own Kamiranda Minor. You can only get that if you treat your trading like a business. If you treat your trading like a business, if you have a mindset, if you have a pro trader mindset, if you have a pro trader mindset, and eventually you will become very, 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 very profitable. So I will challenge you. I will challenge you and I would leave you a quotation today. Kamiranda Minor, trading can help you afford awesome vacations, a car, a house, and a time freedom you have been dreaming of. Ang trading po is pwedeng maka-afford ng isang napakagandang vacation. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, last Monday, no? Nagbakasyon ako, Pampanga ako. Nanalo po akong 20,000, Nag-profit po ako ng 20,000 pesos sa trades ko. Bayad na po yung gas ko, yung pagkain namin, bayad na po lahat yung kasama ko yung family ko, bayad na po lahat. Ang trading po, you can afford awesome vacations. Because of trading, you can afford a car. Because of trading, makakabili ka ng gusto mong bahay. Naalala nyo si Hollow Block? Pagpatayo na ng bahay niya. And ang pinaka-importante, the time freedom you have been dreaming of. the time freedom you have been dreaming of. Lahat po tayo gusto ng time freedom. Gusto mo ba forever ka nakaharap dyan sa computer mo dahil sa boss mo? Gusto mo ba ng lagi mong kaharap yung boss mo, kausap mo yung boss mo, o gusto mo ng sarili mong oras like Coach Miranda Minor at nagtitrade lang kung merong tradable setup at kumikita ng 80,000 pesos, ng 200,000 pesos, ng 20,000 pesos, ng 13 pesos per trade, no? Today, I was able to trade, no? I was able to trade and I won 3,000 pesos. Di ako gaano nag-trade today. I won around $60 today. 3,000 pesos because I have back-to-back classes, you know. So I really have no plan to, I have not seen a good setup yet. No? I was waiting for BTC to go down. So with all of this into mind, with all of your dreams into mind, you want to have time freedom. Ang tanong lang is, are you willing to trade with a plan right now? Are you willing to trade and plan your trades and trade your plans like a pro? Are you willing to trade your plans and plan your trades so you don't become a gambler? Are you willing to take the time to learn because you wanted to become profitable and buy your future car? Are you willing to learn and apply what you learn? And don't become a gambler because you want to buy your brand new car. Ang ganda ng kotse mo, kulay red, sports car, two-door. No? Two-door car. Ako, ayoko na ng sedan, ayoko na ng crossover. Gusto ko na ng Mazda MX-5. Gusto ko ng ganung kotse. Bibili na ako, malapit na. I have a vision in mind. And I am working on that vision. No? I'm working on that vision. Last month, sabi ng anak ko, my daughter approached, sabi niya, Daddy, what's happening? What's happening? What's going on? Tapos pinakita niya sa akin yung iPad niya ng first generation. That was my iPad way back 2014. First generation iPad. Kasi she keeps on watching Coco Melon, she keeps on watching so many things na YouTube Kids, no? And then one time nahati sa gitna yung screen, no? Nagkaroon ng hindi yung buong screen, that nagkaroon siya ng konting lamat yung screen, yung pinaka soft screen niya. And my daughter told me, Daddy, what's going on? What's happening? Tapos nakalock yung screen. Sabi ko, something's wrong with the home screen, anak. And sabi ko sa sarili ko, I need to buy her own iPad, no? And I need to win a trade. I don't know if you remember, one of my trades, I won 13,000 pesos coming from my win of 20,000 pesos. And I won another 200K because of my spot trades and my future trades. I was able to buy her an iPad 32 gig, the latest version. And I only was able to use the winnings that I have, no. Ginamit ko lang yung winnings ko sa trades ko, no. So if you can buy something out of your wins, gawin mo. Gawin mo siya. Again, it goes back to your why. It goes back to your mentality. Wag mong sugalin. Wag mong laruin yung trade. Lalaruin ka niyan. Wag mo siyang lalaruin. Simple lang ang tanong ko. You wanted to have your dream car. You wanted to have your dream house. You wanted to have your dream time. Na wala kang boss, you're handling your own time. Aside from Axie, yes, you play Axie. Right? You play Crypto Blades. Yes, you do all of that. That's fine. But I'm talking about crypto trades. I'm talking about trading, Binance, trading in Binance in futures. The only question that I have is, and I will end the session today. Are you willing to trade with a plan right now? Are you willing to trade with a plan right now? Trading like a pro trader can give you all the material blessings that you could always dream of. The only thing you need to do is before you move the hands, before you touch that Binance phone, is you need to ask yourself, nagplano na ba ako? Was I able to plan? And if your answer is no, I would recommend you close your phone right now. With that said, guys, I hope you learned something for today. I hope you learned something from our sessions. And I hope that you learned something that from a Real Talk Friday, I hope that you could always plan your trade, plan for your bread and butter setups, then repeat. Because trading could never be a gambling. Trading could be a profitable setup for you as long as you become serious about it and you um, continue to have your why in terms of your trading. With that said, maraming salamat sa iyo, and I hope that you continue your passion to become a profitable trader. Coach Miranda loves all of you, and good night.
Subscribe, like, follow, and share. Sige na please, Kamiranda.